Hello, guys. Welcome, everybody, to Purple Haze Podcast. I am your lovely host, Isaac, here. So, the Vikings, they fall to 0-3 after losing to the Los Angeles Chargers at US Bank Stadium. Final score 28-24. The Chargers, as of right now, they tried to give this game to you. The Chargers tried to give the Vikings the game. Says, here you go. Here you go. Here you go, Vikings. Just got to take care of it. And the Vikings apparently cannot get the job done. I swear, they just always find ways to lose. It's just embarrassing, man. I mean, it is so painful, man. It hurts, dude. It just hurts. I mean, yeah, man. It's just like, I can't even explain, like, what the hell happened? What the hell happened? So, anyways, just gotta breathe. Just don't suck all the energy. I'll just vent my anger on here, and then I'll try to be good the rest of the way. So, time of possession. The Vikings held the ball 7 minutes longer than the Chargers. For Vikings, they have 475 total yards, 345 passing yards, 130 rushing yards. They got 1 sack, 29 first downs, 414 on third down. They forced 1 turnover. As for the Chargers, they also had 475 yards, 445 passing yards, 30 rushing yards. They had 4 sacks, 24 first downs, 5 of 11 on third downs, and 2 turnovers is how many they forced. So it's just one of those games where they could have won. Let's just get with the good anyways. So Justin Jefferson, I mean, this dude, he is who he is always. Justin Jefferson, it's no surprise. 7 catches, 149 yards, and a touchdown. That 52-yard touchdown was absolutely incredible. Finally getting him the ball and giving him a touchdown. That's amazing stuff from him. JJ absolutely deserves a lot of credit for that game. It's just a shame that he just deserves better. He just does. Because he's putting up these good numbers, and yet we just can't take advantage, of course, and win the game. And TJ Hawkinson, I mean, yes, he had that fumble outside like the red zone, which basically killed a drive. I mean, they look promising on that drive. He fumbled the ball. I get all that, but he's made some he made a couple of clutch catches on 4th down. I felt like he did a phenomenal job to that. TJ Hawkinson had 8 catches for 78 yards. I mean, I felt like he was pretty decent for the most part. I mean, of course, that fumble, if you want to put him in the bad carry, I understand, but I felt like he made some clutch plays, though, to keep the game alive. Jordan Addison, okay, pretty good. 6 catches for 52 yards. I mean, I wish we could have him the ball more. I mean, it's just Jordan Addison. He absolutely is amazing. I don't understand why KJ Osborne is wide receiver 2 at this point. I think Jordan Addison deserves to be wide receiver 2, if not. Basically, I mean, KJ Osborne, yes, he's good, but Jordan Addison is just a different wide receiver than KJ Osborne. He's just different. He absolutely is amazing. So, okay. Then the run game I thought was sensational. 130 yards on the ground. I believe they averaged like 5 yards a carry? 5 or 6 yards a carry? They did a good job. Alexander Mattison, yes, Alexander Mattison had 20 carries for 93 yards. Had a total of 125 yards, 4 yards a carry. That's not too bad. I thought Alexander Mattison, compared to the first 2 games and this game, it's night and day. He absolutely ran hard. Yes, he had, I mean, it's just the only problem is he needs to hold on to the ball. I mean, he fumbled 3 balls. 2 of them, which were one of those 3 balls that which he dropped or fumbled, resulted in a turnover. So, I mean, he just if he can just hold on to the ball, that would be amazing. Ty Chandler, I mean, we had a little bit of flashbacks of Ty Chandler. I thought he did phenomenal. Had 3 carries for 27 yards, had 9 yards average. He felt like he was bulldozing guys and absolutely getting after it. I mean, I feel like Ty Chandler needs more reps too as well. I mean, with Alexander Madison, I just want to see more of Ty Chandler. I love that. And now getting into the defense, the run defense I thought did a much better job. They only allowed 30 yards to Joshua, to 30 yards total to the Chargers. They held Joshua Kelly to just 11 carries for 12 yards. That was good. So they could stop the run. So, I mean, unfortunately, the pass, not so much, but we'll get to that. The run defense I thought was sensational. Danielle Hunter got a sack again. He's on pace to get at least a lot more sacks on like 14 sacks? 14 sacks, 1 sack a game at least. He had 1 sack today. He was the only one that got to Justin Herbert. We don't have a pass rush worth a damn. And then Josh Metellus. I felt like he was getting after the quarterback a few times. They just needed the back end to make a play. Unfortunately, it wasn't there. I mean, he was blitzed on a couple plays. He was so close to getting to the quarterback, but just the back end just could not make a play at all. So I thought Josh Metellus did a good job. Ivan Pace Jr., he is him. Ivan Pace Jr., he is probably making the biggest impact as a rookie from the Kevin O'Connell draft class. I am serious. I mean, Jordan Addison, yes, it's a wild card, but I absolutely love this dude, Ivan Pace Jr. I mean, he basically stuffed one of the runs basically on 3rd and goal, basically. He absolutely stuffed them. It's just a shame that, I mean, they did convert, but like on one play, but Ivan Pace Jr., he absolutely balled today. I absolutely love to see it. And alongside Jordan Hicks, both linebackers absolutely balled out, including Jordan Hicks. He absolutely forced a fumble. So, I mean, that was amazing to set the Vikings up for a field goal. So, I absolutely liked what I see from Jordan Hicks. And Cam Bynum, I mean, yes, he did get kind of beat on some of the other plays, but outside of that, he's actually tackling really good. He had some nice TFLs, and he is doing a great job of tackling. Just wish the coverage would be a little bit better, but outside of that, Cam Bynum he's absolutely low-key doing a great job. Then we get to the bads. The offensive line, Ed Ingram. I mean, I will no longer bash Ed Ingram, but at one point, he decided he basically had a penalty and took away a big play from the Vikings. He decided to go all WWE on a player and try to rock bottom him. Are you serious? And I'm no longer going to bash Ed Ingram because Ed Ingram should not be out there. It should be Dalton Reisner. Because I've already seen enough of Ed Ingram already, and I'm done with him right now. Because that's what you signed Dalton Reisner for, Kwesi. Why not use him? That's what you chose to get him in there. Start him against Carolina, and you know what? What could go worse? Ed Ingram or Dalton Reisner? I think Dalton Reisner will be better. I trust him. Kevin O'Connell, just some of the plays, just kind of the lack of leadership that he had. I mean, I absolutely think he is a nice guy. He showed it against the press conference against the Chargers. This is my fault. This is my fault. I mean, I'm thankful that you admitted to it. I appreciate it very much. But you need to be a better leader out there. Like, what is going on with these players? Like, shooting themselves in the foot, turnovers on downs. It's just they had 3 red zone possessions. The Vikings offense did. They had 3 red zone possessions. One where you got no points out of that. It was a turnover. And then the second one, you had 6 plays on that, and you only got 3 out of that. The referees bailed you out with I believe, a penalty on the Chargers, and You got 3 out of that. I mean, the red zone just needs work. Like, dude, we've had several red zone opportunities and we just crumble right there. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. That needs to be fixed and it needs to be better, faster. And just the no urgency on the at the end of the first half. Screen passes, check downs, just wasting time. Like, are you serious? Like, okay, like you can't be doing this all the time, dude. I'm not on the fire Kevin O'Connell train at all. I think that would be a stupid move, but you need to be a better head coach right now. As for Byron Murphy, I mean, he got absolutely cooked by Keenan Allen and Mike Williams on several occasions. Keenan Allen, who went off for 215 yards, and Mike Williams went off for 123. I mean, Byron Murphy, they just picked on him and picked on him and picked on him a lot, and there was no answer from Byron Murphy. KJ Osborne, I mean, KJ Osborne, he had a pass that was dropped that could have been a touchdown. It was a beautiful pass by Kirk Cousins, and KJ Osborne drops the ball. I mean, yes, he had that nice 36-yard touchdown to get the Vikings up a score or cut the deficit by 4. You just drop the ball right there? I mean, dude, like, how do you drop it? Like, it's right there in your hands. Just catch it. I mean, at this point, Jordan Addison should get wide receiver 2, no questions asked. As for the pass rush, like, where was the pass rush at? Justin Herbert had all the time in the world to slice and dice up. When you don't generate pressure, and why exactly is that? It's because of Dean Lowry. Dean Lowry again with a non-factored game. And we just leave the secondary hanging out drying. Like, what else is the pass rush supposed to do? What else are they supposed to do? I mean, I get that you blitz many times, but like, you don't have to blitz all the time. And I guess maybe you can include Brian Flores in this. I mean, the run defense was good, but just not the pass game. Just played zone and zone coverage all game long. I didn't get that. I mean, you can play him in the blame game, but I'm not yet. But if you only got 1 sack on him. You can't be giving Justin Herbert all that time. Kirk Cousins. I mean, the reason why I put him on this blame list is because he has shown he cannot adapt to mistakes that he made. The mistakes from the Buccaneers game carried on this game. And the most notably, the most atrocious thing in the 4th quarter, the Vikings defense gets a stop on 4th down, which the Chargers were attempting to go for it to ice the game. And good for the defense. And then TJ Hawkinson converted a 4th and 4 play. And then you're right there in the red zone. And here's the stupidity of this, what Kirk Cousins doesn't do. He wastes there's 41 seconds left after that play. You milk 29 seconds left off the clock and let it go down to 12 without snapping the ball. And at that point your team did not look ready, and then all of a sudden an interception happens. Like, why don't you spike the ball, Kirk Cousins? Like, that's not on coaching at all. That is not on Kevin O'Connell to make the decision to snap. That is on you. You clearly have no timeouts. Like, where is the self-awareness? Where is it? You've been like, what? Where was the self-awareness there? Like, I don't understand. Like, dude, the self-awareness needs to be put on. And I'm serious when I say this. Kirk Cousins needs to be benched or traded to New York because the leadership, he doesn't know what he's doing. Like, his head is cut off. He just sits there and just, I don't know what to do. And I'm just tired of Kirk Cousins. Like, we need to finish this experiment with Kirk Cousins right now and put in Jaren Hall to see what this dude's all about. And if Jaren Hall's not it, you can go ahead and draft a quarterback in the draft because it's stacked. It's inexcusable. This loss is on leadership. Straight up it is. This one absolutely hurts, dude. This one hurts. Where do the Vikings go from here? I do not know. I don't know. I will do a video tomorrow to explain a narrative more. Until then, see you guys later. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Skol.